All right, folks. Well, we're almost ready to wrap up Amplified, but not before we cover literally my favorite subject, which is personalization. And we're going to make the case how you folks can take advantage of this massive opportunity, and we'll explain exactly how big this is and exactly what you need to do. And I'm super excited because we just recently announced some additions to our personalization flow on Printify. And I just want to run through those here real quick. Upload your own fonts, give your text and some style and soul. Let your customers drop in their own images. All you need to do is review. But if you don't like that, well, we offered the ability to automate that personalization so that those orders can flow seamlessly. Multi-layer options now, as well as we've added embroidery options to be able to personalize your products and think about the premium service you'll be able to offer with that. And of course, live previews. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here to take this discussion a little bit further. And with me to chop it up all about personalization, I'm joined with the founder of Anywhere POD. His name is Chris Meets. Now, Anywhere POD is the premier personalization tool in the world of print on demand. And we've got the founder who's been living in this world of personalization for over a decade. So are you ready to share those nuggets of information for our audience?
Absolutely. I'm excited to get into it today.
Excellent. All right. And also I've got Sellers Club mentor, George McConnell. He specializes in mentoring folks in all areas of POD success. But right now we're talking about personalization. So do you think this is one of your strong suits?
Oh, I love personalization. I mean, you could charge more money for it, so...
Exactly. Wonderful. And those are exactly the kind of topics that we are going to cover today, ladies and gentlemen. But first, I want to throw a few stats at you, and we'll pop this up on the screen and we'll leave that there so you can check it out. First of all, the global market for personalized products is set to grow from 29 billion in 2024 up to 53 billion in 2032 at an annual growth rate of 6.5%. Folks, any of the industry literature you find out there just demonstrates how massive this segment of the market is and the potential for growth in the future. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Also, 1/3 of total orders on Etsy, personalized gifts made up 1/3 of Etsy's total merchandise gross sales. And 1/3 of all Etsy orders are personalized, not to mention every 10th order that we fulfill is also a personalized order. So with this massive opportunity, let's get into our discussion and discuss a little bit of the frequently asked questions. And let's jump right into it, folks. Now, folks, a lot of people that I talk to, they think you have to have specialized design skills to get into this. So let's dispel that myth. Chris, what do you got?
No, absolutely not. So you don't need any kind of specialized design skills, especially with Anywhere POD's one-click Canva integration. Build it in Canva, one click, you import it over, and you're ready to get started.
All right. Well, our next question is, which sales channels does Printify support with their personalization and custom font uploads? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can use any of Printify's integrated sales channels to fulfill personalized products. It works everywhere, including the Printify pop-up store, which I am so happy about that we can finally offer that on the pop-up store. Now, automated personalization, which we just announced, is available on TikTok Shop US, Etsy, and of course, the pop-up store with more options coming soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But of course, this can all be automated, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Especially, it's kind of a game changer now with what you can do with live previews, especially on Etsy. It used to be a real pain. Now with live previews, you can make that process a lot more seamless.
All right. So our next question is, well, they've got to take longer to fulfill, right?
Not at all.
Of course not. With these automation tools that we have available, not only from Printify, but Anywhere POD, I mean, these can be seamlessly integrated into your flow. Let your customers include that information, fulfill those products like nobody's business. Although it should be noted that once they enter the production process, I mean, they're fulfilled at the same speed and rate as any other order. So no need to worry about any delays with your production right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right. So we touched on a little bit here with you, George, but can people charge more for their personalized products?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's more personable. So it's something unique. You can't get it from Walmart or Target. You know, you have to order it online, and sometimes they mess it up, but we don't. So.
Okay, well, we got a couple of personalization experts right here. I'm curious, which products perform best in terms of personalization?
Yes, it really depends on your niche. Any product, depending on your niche and what you're selling and your design, can be personalized. So it works great across, ornaments and blankets and apparel, really across the board. If you are, creative, you can find a way to kind of work that personalization into it.
Okay, what's your go-to personalized product?
Oh, I mean, right now, I love cutting boards.
Ooh, cutting boards. I love it. I love it. Okay, a little bit unconventional, but maybe it's becoming more conventional. But you're hearing this inside information first, folks. But I mean, functionally, any product in our catalog can be personalized. So take that to the bank, ladies and gentlemen. But let's not forget the fulfillment process of print-on-demand products aligns perfectly with customer expectations when they're purchasing a personalized product. Because, well, if somebody orders a T-shirt that says Jackson Family Reunion, Mechanicsburg, Virginia, November 3rd, 2025, well, they know that that shirt doesn't exist on your shelf. They understand that it has to go through the production process. Somebody has to create the design, and it has to, and of course, it has to be delivered. So they understand that they're going to have to wait a little bit for it. It goes through the production process. They're not going to be messaging you an hour after their purchase saying, "Where's my order?" Because even subconsciously, they know that they're going to have to wait a little bit. So it aligns perfectly with their expectations. All right, let's move our conversation on because, my goodness, we have a lot to cover in just a little bit amount of time. So, we just demonstrated that the personalization market is growing exponentially. But what's pushing that growth from the customer side?
So I would say the kind of emotional angle of it, right? So like they talked a little bit in a session earlier about how people purchase by, the heart, not by the mind. So anytime you can kind of pull on that heartstring, it's going to do a little bit better. And being able to add personalization to it, if a mom can see their kid's face or even name on a product, they're going to be that much more likely to complete the purchase.
And right now, I mean, think about it. If you do tote bags, Halloween's coming up.
Okay.
So you can have your kid with their name on it, and that's kind of a keepsake.
So is it more gift giving? Is it people buying for themselves? I mean, what's really the driver behind it if we talk specific events?
Well, I mean, 1/3 is gift giving on Etsy. So that's huge. You have weddings, birthdays, things like that, baby showers. I mean, all these things you can easily customize with a person's name, baby's name on it, and give it out.
Okay.
And with Q4 right around the corner, that's the biggest mandatory gift-giving season. So
exactly.
You got to do personalization for Christmas.
Exactly. Imagine the difference it's going to make at Christmas time when you can give Aunt Alice a personalized mug versus just a regular old mug. It's going to make you're going to be her favorite. You're going to be her favorite niece or nephew, folks. All right. So search volume for personalization is up like 43% on Etsy. We touched on that a little bit. But do you still feel that sellers are winning enough of this demand? Or is there still like a lot of untapped space out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's untapped space because not a lot of people want to put the effort into personalization because they think it's hard when it's actually really easy.
Yep. When you can make it so easy to do it, even as a new seller, it gives you an advantage over some of the more experienced sellers that, maybe don't realize that some of these tools are available now.
Okay. So if you were to put a number on it, like where do you think we are in terms of tapping this market?
I feel like we're just getting started in the market of personalization. I mean, it's really kind of the biggest untapped market, especially now with all of the tools that are built in. So you can apply, even some of these AI effects to customers' images. It really kind of blows open the door on the possibilities of what you're able to offer your customers.
Right, exactly. And with the tools and features that we offer, the tools and features offered by Anywhere POD, folks, you have no excuse right now not to be offering. I mean, if it's basically hands off, I mean, what's stopping you? Okay. So what are the biggest gaps you see? I mean, product types, like customer awareness, personalization features, like where can sellers step in like right now?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest gap up until recently was being able to give customers the kind of AI effects to their photos. So being able to have a customer upload a photo and automatically convert that to, chibi artwork or a watercolor drawing or even line art for like the laser engraving that George was mentioning, converting their image to line art. There's so many possibilities there now that can be completely automated with live previews so the customer's confident, knows what it's going to look like before they even complete their purchase. Even on Etsy, it really opens up the market.
Okay, well, let's talk about getting started, because if you were starting from scratch, like with zero design skills, so which basics should you learn first and why?
I mean, you really don't have to learn anything with Anywhere POD because it pretty much does it for you. Just like you said, most of the cases when you were doing that sort of artwork, you'd have to learn ChatGPT, you would have to know what prompts to put in, you'd need to, create them, mess it up, create them, mess it up. But now it's all automatic. So that's just an amazing tool in itself. You don't have to do anything.
Well, that makes the learning curve pretty short.
Oh,
Yeah, especially file uploads now. Like it used to be rather difficult. You'd have to get the image from the customer. If you wanted the background removed, you have to do that manually. If you wanted it in a custom shape, you have to do that manually. With our live preview system now, whether you're applying an AI effect or if you just want the image with the background removed or put into a custom shape, you can easily set that up. It automatic comes over from Canva in the right shape and everything's set up for you. So the setup process is easy and the customer takes care of the manipulation right when they upload it. It's all completed for them. They see that live preview. It really is a game changer.
Okay.
And one more thing really quick to note is, in most cases when a customer sends you a picture, it's not the best quality. With Anywhere POD, they have an upscaler built into it. So again, you don't need another program.
Okay, so you guys over there at Anywhere POD, you advertise your rapid lister, your mock-up templates, the photo effects, the Canva integration that you mentioned, live previews. Like, which one of these makes the biggest difference, like, for beginners? What should they get familiarized with first?
I would say what you'd get familiarized first with is going to be kind of that live preview system that I've been talking so much about, because it really is a game changer. It lets you do the photo uploads, the text on top of that. It really kind of opens up the door. Until that, we used to really recommend, if you were new, not to try to do photo personalization because it can be so hard to do. But now, since it's all automated, a lot of it's taken care of by the customer. It really kind of opens up that possibility even to a newer seller.
Okay, now I want to drill down on like the personalization itself. So which converts better? Like, is it good to stay basic with like just regular old names and dates, or like, is it better to go, because I mean, there's like a broad spectrum of personalization options. Should I just go for like high art and full on like complete characters and stuff like that? Like, where is the demand right now?
Yeah, really. I mean, like we said before, anything that's going to pull on that heartstring, right? So like with the AI effects, you can even do a multi-file upload. So if you want to take, in the memorial niche and have deceased loved ones added to, some sort of like family watercolor type portrait, you can even do that sort of thing. So anything like that is just that little bit extra step that's, again, pulling on that heartstrings again. It's so easy to set up and it's easy for the customer too. So it doesn't add a lot of complexity to it like it used to do some of those types of designs.
Okay, but can I make a basic connection with just names and dates and things like that? Is there still a place for that?
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
names and dates are still great. That still sells a lot of product. But when you run into those designs that you need to go the extra step, the platform's able to grow with you.
And just really quick to notate, like weddings. I mean, you have the name when they got married, just simple.
Sure,
Right?
and,
But it sells like
if
crazy.
you have a template that you can sort of reuse and just sort of swap out the names and the dates and stuff like that. Exactly. Okay. All right. So, let's stay on that, because I want to drill down a little bit on events, because for someone who's like just introduced personalization in their store, like which kinds of personalization tend to yield the best returns when it comes to specific events? I mean, we talked about weddings. What are some of the other things that they should consider?
Mother's Day.
Mother's
Day is massive.
Okay.
And if you can do something where it says mom and then the kids, or even a grandmother, you have Mimi in there or Gigi in there, and then the grandchildren's name, those are big sellers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Q4 too. I mean, it's not just Christmas. It's not just Halloween.
Yes.
Of course, there's Thanksgiving and all those other holidays like New Year's coming right up, and then boom, you're hit with Valentine's Day. Okay, so think about these holiday opportunities as personalization options. Okay, so we just announced that embroidery is going to be available, which is super cool. I'm glad I could finally talk about that out loud as a personalization option. So how do you think that's going to change the game, seeing that that's never been an option before, and it's, embroidery, that's something really premium.
Oh, for sure. Embroidery is a huge seller. I mean, it goes from a basic, say, t-shirt to making it luxurious. One, you can make more money with it, but two, it just feels nicer.
Right, exactly. And especially you can put it on a sweatshirt or a hoodie, something like that. The weather's starting to get colder right now. The demand for those products are increasing. And especially now that we're heading into gift giving season, okay, maybe someone wants to give something a little bit better to their friends and family this Christmas, or a little bit more with a little bit of a higher perceived value, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything with embroidery always has that like nicer feel to it. You're taking that same product and really just kind of elevating it. And then you put a name on top of it to tug on the heartstring a little bit more, and it's a win-win.
Okay. Now, I want to drill down a little bit more on this emotional connection, okay? Like, that's what helps move personalization from just sort of something nice to like something that like means a lot to somebody and they're going to value, long term. So can you give our audience a little bit more, some more tips on how to build that emotional connection or tug on those heartstrings?
So if you put something in a way that a person envisions themselves with that product, that's how you pull on their heartstrings, right? So, for example, a tote bag. You throw that in a scene of a beach. Now, automatically, they're thinking, okay, I can go on vacation. I want to be on a beach. And then after they start thinking that way, they start thinking, what can I put in this tote bag? Right there, you sold them, because now they're starting to imagine the things that are being put inside that tote bag that you're selling.
Okay. Yeah. Let's look at the flip side of that, because what mistakes do people make when they're trying to make that emotional connection, but they just fall short?
They just have the tote bag sitting there.
Yeah.
Just like plain?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mock-ups are huge, whether it's personalized or not. You really need that mock-up to connect with that emotional connection that you're trying to make. So, I know a lot of people, make their own custom mock-ups, which is another great thing with Anywhere POD. You can automate that whole process. So if you're doing a lot of tote bags, you can create that mock-up once in Anywhere POD, and it'll just automatically generate for you for every other listing that you create.
Oh, I like that. Okay. So cost control is critical. I mean, any other cost concerns that people need to be concerned with? I mean, is it going to in any way affect the customer service that they offer? Like anything hidden behind the scenes that our audience needs to be aware of?
No, so that's one of the nice things with Anywhere POD. We don't charge any order fees at all. So you're still making the exact same profit that you would, whether you use Anywhere POD or not. It also, kind of pushes the that line a little bit further, where you don't have to hire a VA right away. Obviously, we all hope that our shops are going to grow big enough where we need that VA. So when you do get to that point, we do have VA access inside of Anywhere POD as well. So you can get that VA in there to work on your shop without having to give them access to your Etsy store, which is huge.
And I love that there's no charging, because I love money.
Exactly. That's why we're here. No one wants to do this for free, folks. And that's a great way for us to drive home the fact that, yes, you're providing a premium service with personalization, and you can charge a premium price. But speaking of service, okay, so the customer is more involved, especially if they're entering in, their stuff automatically, and they're getting those live previews. Any concerns that we should be aware of? Any tips you can provide our audience in terms of providing excellent customer service throughout the whole process?
I think that you should just be human with the customer. So say if this is one that I always tell people, if there's a delay in the shipment, it's usually a fault, maybe like USPS, or maybe it just went somewhere. Just relay that to the customer. And from there, I've gotten more 5-star reviews because of just relaying it, of saying, hey, this may be a day late. And automatically, they just feel appreciated because of that. So that's how you really boost up your customer service.
Right, especially since the upcoming holiday season is right around the corner. All of the every single logistical system is going to be pushed to the max. Okay, if you just keep those lines of communication open with your customer, again, like you said, they're going to be more than understanding.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take this home, folks. We're almost done here with Amplified, but I just want to wrap this up for you, folks. I mean, let's make the case for you, because personalized gift market, it's not niche anymore. It's booming. It's absolutely massive, and you can tap into it right now with these awesome features that we just introduced and that are available from Anywhere POD. And you don't need to be a design whiz to start. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay. And also automating the personalization, streamlining the whole process. I mean, how much time is that going to save you? I mean, especially that Q4 is right around the corner and you only have that limited window in which to make sales. So the faster you can make them, the better off you're going to be. Make that emotional connection. Find a way to feature your product so that it tugs on your customers' heartstrings. Don't forget about that premium pricing because you are offering a premium service. And of course, just to recap the features that we just announced: uploading custom fonts, letting customers provide their own images, automating the personalization, offering multi-layers of personalization options on a single product, and also adding embroidery, as well as allowing your customers to provide images and things like that. And of course, live previews. And of course, all that cool stuff that you can get from anywhere POD, available on our Sellers Club. So head over there right now. Folks, this was amazing. I want to thank Chris Meets. I want to thank George McConnell. Get onto the personalization train now. We're going to put a bow on Amplified. It's been an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go away. We got more coming.